What is 3D printing exactly? You have so many different techniques. Can you really print production series? Or is it just for prototyping? Is it cheap? Expensive? FDM? SLA? SL what? What's it called again? 3D printing can be ideal for a small production series. To compete with injection molding costs and CNC milling, you just have to make sure you know what you need first. The first technique is called FDM, Fused Deposition Modeling. The material is melted into almost liquid state, then placed on a heated bed. Every time a layer is placed on the bed lowers, so that the next layer can be placed on top of the old one. The benefit of this technique is that you can really use materials such as ABS, PLA, or other strong plastics. The negative aspects of this technique is that it's quite rough and not really accurate. The surface will show thick lines and you cannot print with the complexity you might like. It's probably the most famous technique, but far from our favorite. SLA, stereolithography. This is a very popular 3D printing technique. Imagine a box filled with liquid acrylic plastic. The bed rises from the liquid to just under the surface. A laser draws out a pattern of that slice of your 3D model. And of course, where the laser touches, the acrylic hardens. Then the bed drops down so that new liquid can rise, and another layer can be hardened on top of the old one. The benefits of this technique is that it's very precise. In some expert cases, you can go to plus minus 0.03 mm. It has a very smooth surface comparable to injection molding. At this moment, it's the only 3D printing technique with a decent, transparent finish. There are, however, a few drawbacks. The technique is expensive, about 10 times as expensive as the HP multi-jet fusion. Since you have to remove the supports, there's also a lot of manual post-processing labor needed. The material breaks easy and is not UV resistant. So after a year, your transparent parts will become yellow. And in general, after a year, your material will become very brittle. Acrylics are very unhealthy and anything but environmental friendly. Both the machines and the materials are very expensive. This technique is great for prototypes that have to look great. For prototypes that need to be tested on concept or dimension, and for production series of very small precise parts, like hearing aids. SLS, Selective Laser Sintering. This is almost our favorite one. With SLS, you can start out from a box filled with powder, not liquid. For the rest, the process is the same, as the laser binds or sinters each grain together. This technique produces very affordable parts, with accuracies comparable with injection molding. The materials are very strong, flexible and UV resistant. The surface finish is satin, and it can be finished to a smooth surface, just like injection molding. It's a great way to make an affordable proto, both visual as dimensional. But it also works great with small production series, lower than 1000 parts. So small CNC series are no longer needed. This does depend, however, on the complexity and the volume of the part. But in many cases, it's the perfect gateway to injection molding. And, as an added value, each part can be named or marked differently, great for traceability or for your ERP system. Finally, HP Multi-Jet Fusion. This technique is new, just released June 2017. What is it and what's so great about it? Imagine an SLS 3D printer, where an additional liquid is added, making the prints stronger, more flexible and more accurate. It prints 10 times faster than SLS and is the fastest 3D print technique on the market. Albertio.com ships your parts 48 hours after you uploaded your design, and at no extra cost. With with the current accuracy, price and speed, this is definitely our favorite printing technique. So if you have a design you want to print, or you need to make a small production series, go to albertio.com, upload your STL or STEP file and order today. 48 hours later, you can have it in your hands. Albertio.com, making 3D printing easy.